Okay. I think that's probably much better. Let's check this one. Come on. Hiccuped on my first live stream, like for a few seconds, and now I gotta fix it. Come on. Okay. Okay. I wonder how bad I. Anyway, let's get started. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Resales. My name is Ryan, and I get stuff at thrift stores, yard sales, and flea markets, and try to get a few bucks for them online. This morning, hit Goodwill yesterday. Got some interesting finds, and a couple sales. So, let's jump into it. Okay, bread and butter stuff. As usual, just a couple sales to go over right now, and then dive into the hats. Got hats. Anyway, Baptist Standard Hymnal with responsive readings. Hymnals. Old hymnals. If you look back, about it seems like half the ones I do sometimes. I sell a hymnal. Clean hymnals without the church embossed on it do really, really well. Older hymnals, I think, can have the church on it. Modern ones, you don't want it. Because I think modern ones are typically more and more bought by churches to use. And so they don't want it on there. But the older stuff, you're good to go. But this one doesn't have it. So Baptist Standard Hymnal. $17. $17. Picked it up for $2. So good sale there. Next up, toys. This is a speeder bike from Clone Wars cartoon. And I believe it's a cartoon. And it went for $20. So, out of production Star Wars stuff, particularly vehicles, do decently. The older figures are sometimes, maybe not the army builders, but vehicles tend to do really well. I actually haven't done a lot of the more modern figures lately. Just haven't come across them, so I don't know them as well. I do know the 90s figures are still not, those are $1 or $2 figures for the most part. So they're not worth as much still. They made so many of them. And so the 90s figures aren't as high. A lot of them are just bad figures too. That's like you look like the super. There's a meme of like the super buff Luke Skywalker. It doesn't make any sense. So, but some of the more modern stuff does okay, and vehicles almost always sell of any era. So there you go. All right, finds. First, I'm going to cough. Then I'm going to show you some books. Imar Dahan. The Tabernacle. I've actually sold a version, I think a hardcover of this version of this book before. This is probably better lot it up because I think I saw a handful of these go for $6 or $7. trying to get 10 for this one, and we'll see if it works because it's a little bit older. It may not, but the Han is a very good one to lot up. And next, The Secrets of the Psalms by Godfrey Seelig. This looks like this could be a $15 to $20 pamphlet book thing. So, I put it out there. So, we'll see. And I think I got both of these for a quarter each. So, that was good because it was just worth taking a chance on. All right. Next. Oh. This thing right here. I need to get this thing. I didn't list it. I got a little caught up or something. Breast pump. These things sell even as parts. Even as, I'm probably going to sell it for parts not working. 'Cause I don't have a way to test it. No. Anyway, for parts not working, probably I can probably see if the motor runs in it and that sort of stuff. But that's actually the type of thing. A lot of the attachments you want to get new, you don't because you gotta like really clean them hard. So the big thing is you want the pump and make sure that works and the internals and stuff. And I've sold some of these before. They do really well. They're always in demand because we're always making babies, and you gotta feed the babies. And I can't go any further than that. We're gonna move on. Next up, hats. I have been I'm bringing this one up. These little boonies. I've sold 4 over the past weekend. This is one of those things that it's like the streaky nature of eBay sales. If you sell one thing, you're going to sell 10. That type of eBay's algorithm likes 2 things: sales and new listings. Particularly new listings of stuff that sells. So you can tweak and fiddle with details and all that stuff, but if you got a bad product, it doesn't matter. eBay, and the reason eBay is streaky sometimes is that, like with these hats, I sold 4 all at once to different people. Is that once you kind of hit 1 or 2 sales, sometimes that eBay algorithm kicks in and bumps you up into the best, in your views in the best match. And it bumps you up, and you get more sales as a result of it. And that's why you have 1 or 2 sales of good stuff, and you get some old thing that bumps up. It's like, why did that thing sell? It's been sitting around for 6 years. That's why. So there's a streaky nature of eBay, and that's kind of the understanding of how the algorithm works. Is that it likes sales, it rewards sellers who sell stuff, and it helps sellers who sell stuff sell old stuff. So that's how that happens. Anyway, more hats. I picked up another one of these. I haven't sold any of these yet. I've got a bunch of these that I snagged too. These kind of Desert War era type camo. If these were chocolate chip camo, look them up. Look it up. It's when you think of Desert Storm, is that or in Schwarzkopf, that pattern. With the little round things in the things. That's one of the most desirable camo patterns out there, and I grab it every time I see it. Next up, this is that navy. I think it's navy, but that Arctic camo pattern. I actually really like this camo pattern. I think it looks cool. I think the one that has blue in it looks cool too. But I don't know how wildly practical it is. It's just a cool looking pattern. And this is an official, like, military manufactured hat. I'm wondering if I'm not going to get $20 for this. I didn't get a chance to look it up. I picked it up for $1, so I didn't even bother. So we'll see on that one. And this one is going to be interesting. Well, I think this may be a later production. I think this is actually almost like a Vietnam era style camo pattern. This got some age and wear to it. But it is ex-military. So we'll see. We'll see on this one. $15 give or take. And then I got this one because it was $1. I couldn't find it, but it's a Vans hat. It's flannel Vans, clean, fairly clean. And so my limit on hats is about $1 a piece, unless I really know what I'm getting. I really like buying big batches of them. Grabbing, putting a few out, and then flipping the rest at the flea market. And particularly if you get some sports teams or NASCAR, that's what I like flipping out there. So, like I said, I got a big handful more of these hats. That I got a listing and I got to tweak it with that. So, okay. Lastly, a couple more books. These were $1 a piece, and I'm really want to see if I can get rid of them on Facebook first. This is a Lando Calrissian series, and Splinter of the Mind's Eye from Star Wars, and I actually got a couple of the Han Solo ones too. Han Solo ones are good reads. I'd never read the Lando ones, but these, my understanding of it, aren't as good. The Splinter of the Mind's Eye is the first it's the first novel written for Star Wars that wasn't a movie novel, and it happens in between New Hope and Empire, and it's got some weirdness in it because Empire wasn't out yet, or maybe Empire was out but Jedi wasn't out yet, and all the revelations of Jedi and all that sort of stuff. So things got a little weird. Actually, it may not have been Empire, and that's why things were weird. Anyway, it ain't canon. That's for sure. It wasn't canon by not long after Jedi or something, because things got. Anyway, this was a weird one. Okay. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, or dislike. That's fine too. Have a good day. There's some stuff sold. Even